To install our surface-mounted privacy lock onto our aluminum frame glass barn doors, follow these 8 quick steps. Step 1. Completely install your barn door per the instructions given. You can also reference our installation video, which is shown here and linked in the description below. Step 2. Insert the strike through the rear receiver cap and into the hole cut out on the rear side of the door. On the front side of the door, install the front receiver cap, securing with the provided screw bushing and hollow screw. Use the provided Allen wrench to hand tighten. Do not over tighten. Last, screw the decorative cap over the screw bushing until finger tight. Step 3. Verify the wall thickness to confirm you have the correct lock set, sized for either a 2x4 or 2x6 studded wall. Step 4. Using our paper template, we're going to prep the jamb for the lock. We recommend first applying some painter's tape to the general areas we will be drilling to ensure we get a nice clean hole edge. Slide the door to the closed position and using the paper template provided, align the template on the jamb at the height of the installed door receiver. Notice the bore hole on the jamb side is offset 9/64 of an inch lower than the wall side bore. You want this alignment as precise as possible. Using painter's tape to protect your wall finish, tape the paper template to the wall. With a 3/8 inch drill bit, drill 3 inches deep into the jamb on the marked location. With a 2 1/8 inch Forstner bit, drill on the jamb through the drywall into the stud 1 3/4 inch deep. Note, do not exceed the depth of the wood stud when drilling. A minimum 1/4 inch or thicker wood backing is required to support the lock. Step 5. Use a 1-inch hole saw to cut the lock bore at the required depth for your wall construction. Now you can remove the template and the painter's tape. Step 6. To make things easier, we will temporarily screw in our long trim screws from the next step into the lock bracket. This simply makes it easier to hold the bracket when inserting into the jamb. Now we can insert the lock bolt into the wall and fit into the bracket slot. Make sure that the arrow is pointing up on both of these parts. Next, we can test the bolt retraction with either the trim spindle or a screwdriver. Now we can remove the trim screws and fasten the 2 wood screws inside the trim bore hole through the lock body and into the wood stud. Step 7. Our manufacturer provides extra long trim screws for varying applications. For our installation, we will need to cut these down at the second notch from the head of the screw. You can do this with a pair of heavy-duty wire or even bolt cutters. Now we can insert the trim and fasten to the jamb with the screws until the trim is tight against the wall surface. Step 8. Test the lock for correct functionality. Using the provided emergency release key, simply push the key through the center hole on the receiver, which will push the lock bolt back to unlock the door. And that completes this installation of our concealed privacy lock.